The mad ones dance where others dare not tread, not because they seek madness, but because they hear music others cannot. Down rabbit holes and through mirrors, they chase impossible mornings. Society calls it falling. They know it's flying. The secret? It's never about finding the right door, but having the courage to create your own. Welcome to the Rebel Poets Rising podcast. Dearest Rebel, I'm going to let Steve Jobs set the tone. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs from Apple's Think Different campaign. In a realm where imagination meets innovation, I would bet that you don't automatically think of Steve Jobs and Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Here's to the crazy ones, the ones who see things differently, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do, declared Jobs. What I think is that these words could just as easily have been whispered by the Cheshire Cat or proclaimed by the Mad Hatter as he poured invisible tea for a chaotic tea party. Then there's the popular quip, why, sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. See, Jobs had already envisioned his impossible things. Computers, phones without buttons, and music devices that far exceeded their competitors. And he set about making them real. More than just casual coincidence, Lewis Carroll created a world where conventional rules disintegrated, where playing cards became alive and rabbits consulted pocket watches. Jobs similarly rejected the conventional wisdom of his industry, pushing boundaries that others considered fixed and immovable. As Alice tumbles down a rabbit hole, not knowing where she'll land, but curious enough to follow the journey, she hears the words, "We're all mad here." Now, here's the really fun takeaway. The wisdom of Wonderland teaches us that what appears as madness to some is often innovation to others. When Alice grows and shrinks, changes perspective, and questions nonsensical rules, she's demonstrating the exact mindset that drives innovative and wonder-fueled curiosity. The Mad Hatter's Tea Party isn't just chaotic fun. It's a reminder that sometimes we need to rearrange the table entirely rather than simply switching seats. As our rebel wisdom poetry points out, the mad ones dance where others dare not tread, not because they seek madness, but because they hear music others cannot. Jobs heard this music. He understood that innovation doesn't come from following established paths, but from creating new ones. Society calls it falling. They know it's flying. How many moments of innovation or profound curiosity and wonder were initially dismissed as foolish perceptions or ideas before they changed the world? For the record, the iPhone, ridiculed at launch by established phone manufacturers, reimagined what a communication device could be. And the lesson for you in all of this? Don't just look for the right door. Create your own. Don't just follow the white rabbit. Become one. And most importantly, believe in those 6 impossible things before breakfast, because that's where tomorrow's reality begins. In a conventional world that demands you get in line, remember we're all mad here. And the world needs you to embrace it so it can become a better and frankly more mad place. I'm your host, Kate Harris, and this is Rebel Poets Rising, a podcast for those who dare to rewrite the rules. Join me every week as we fan the spark of rebellion into a roaring fire, unite with fellow rule breakers and wake makers, and discover the power of our authentic voices together. Somewhere out there, someone needs to hear exactly what you have to say, exactly the way only you can say it, because your voice is the revolution we've been waiting for.
The Rebel Poets Rising podcast is a production of Istoria. To learn more about Istoria and the Istoria studio, visit Istoria.com. For more Rebel Poet resources, visit rebelpoetsrising.com.